This is Eyewitness News, the news leader, with Lori Stokes and Ken Rosado, and Bill Evans with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News this morning.
Coming up on Eyewitness News this morning, from the Bronx to Broadway.
Sandy Kenyon shows us how a new generation of theater goers got the experience of their first show on the Great White Way for free.
Each year, more than 150 high school students from our area get to experience Broadway plays and musicals thanks to a program called Open Doors.
Sandy Kenyon here now with the story. That's so sweet.
Ken, Lori, and Bill, I couldn't wait to get to work this morning so I could tell you about this. Students from the Bronx came to Broadway and we tagged along to learn more about this exciting program. It's a terrific way to introduce young people to the best the theater has to offer. Without an audience, it's been said, there is no theater. And the future of Broadway depends on making theater meaningful for a younger generation, which is the idea behind the Open Doors program.
We recognize that culturally we exist in many communities, and to understand and build a bridge to the other one, that's what the theater can do for these kids.
Thomas Schumacher is the president of Disney Theatrical, home of The Lion King and Mary Poppins. He is one of 25 mentors, Broadway pros who introduce high school students to the magic of live theater.
They meet with someone who's not a teacher, someone who's not grading them, someone who's not judging them, but someone who's hoping to encourage them.
On a recent afternoon, he took a group from the Bronx to see War Horse.
I really thought it was amazing. It was one of pretty much the best plays I've seen.
I never cried, but I almost cried. It brought out like the inner child in me. I loved it.
Open Doors was the brainchild of the late playwright Wendy Wasserstein.
And Wendy had this idea that the theater shouldn't be this rarefied thing for just affluent people, but that it was your sort of right as a New Yorker to go to the theater.
The program is paid for and administered by the Theater Development Fund, best known for its tickets booth in Times Square. Students are chosen to participate based on essays they submit. A discussion over pizza and soda pop follows each performance. What have you gotten from talking to him?
A lot of advice, not just about theater, but also about college and future goals.
From him, they get inspiration, but from them, he gets even more.
I see the world differently every time I sit down with them and have a discussion.
Wow. Thomas Schumacher told me he benefited greatly from the generosity of mentors when he was a young man, and it only makes sense for him to try and do the same for others. Disney Theatrical, which he runs, is owned by the same parent company as WABC-TV. Details about the Open Doors program will be on our website, 7online.com. Ken, Lori, and Bill.
That's just a wonderful introduction. It's beautiful.
And they see half a dozen of these shows, and they get a pair of tickets the next year.
Wow, I'll be darned.
It's going.
I just want to say, last night I went to go